What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of your favorite show, Generational Sports. Joined, as always, my co-host, Josh. How are we doing there, my guy?
Doing terrific, man. Feeling good.
You know what? I wish I could say the same. You know, like I told Josh before we got on, it was a long night last night, fellas and ladies out there. You know,
Yeah.
a little trip up north to see the brother. You know, went up to my little old. You know what? You're not wrong.
Blame Connie.
Listen, I had an all right, but listen, we're late, but I got a good excuse. Ready? I started watching The Sopranos. And I was in the middle. Bro, I was in the middle of it. I was at the end of an episode. I couldn't just turn it off.
I get that, bro, but like you gotta time it. Like when you started that episode, I know you checked how long it was.
I didn't. I didn't. That's the problem.
See,
I did not.
That's all on you, bro. You can't use that excuse then. You gotta check the times.
Listen, it's on me, but you know what? I'll live with this one. There's other times I've been late. I shouldn't have been late, but this one, because you know it's hard with this show, right? Because some episodes are 42 minutes and the other ones are 50. Like this one was 50 minutes. The one I just watched was 46. Like, listen, I need a little. I need something. Listen.
Yeah, when did Sopranos end?
Sopranos ended way back in the day. But guess who? Guess who never saw it? Me. I've never even seen a scene from the show until now. So listen.
I've seen the clips of it, but that's about it.
I literally have the first time I've ever seen anything from this show was the first time I watched it. So no spoilers there, Clayton, okay? Because I'm sure that means you've watched it. But of course, let's get into what the people are actually here for, the sports aspect of it. So before we do that, you know what time it is. Gotta pay some bills around here, as I always like to say. So if you're into the betting world, make sure you go over to mybookie.ag and use code US700 to double your first deposit up to $1,000. So if you want to bet on something, obviously we got the NBA playoffs, which we will be getting into. We got some fights this weekend, as it appears on this here Google Doc. Josh is going to have to carry that subject. And then, NHL playoffs, baseball. So listen, bet on something, do it at MyBookie US700. Next up, we have RxHemp-USN will save you 10% on your entire order. So if you're a little sore from life, as I always like to say, go and check them out. It'll make you feel brand new when you wake up in the morning. You know, working out, anything. The everyday struggles of life. Next up, we have the Teespring store. You know, where we put all of our merch, teespring.com/store/unwrapped. The network has its merch, and then each individual show on the live lineup has merch as well. So if you like something, if you like an individual show, probably like this one. It's pretty solid stuff. Make sure you get over there. Go check out what we have for sale. We got a beautiful shirt, a nice little mask. Hey, listen, with this mask mandate going on, me and Josh might have to put something new on, maybe a nice little sticker or something like that. You let us know what you guys want, and we'll get right on it. And then finally is the Patreon, patreon.com/unwrappedsports. So for $1, you letting us know you like what we do. For $5, you get access to our Discord chat where, let me tell you something, we have been hot with the bets. If you're following the Bets Unwrapped page, we're giving out like a free one a day. But hey, if you were in the Discord, you would get all of our bets. So go and check that out for $5. You also get entered into an Amazon gift card giveaway, and you get 10% off that store I just told you about. And then the $10 tier is everything I just said. But that 10% discount, no, it does not stay there. It goes to 20%. And you get entered into our signed memorabilia giveaway each month. This month is a signed Ricky Williams miniature helmet. And let me tell you something. We got some nice things coming up. Because, big old Commissioner CEO Perry sent a nice little picture into the group chat the other day of all the stuff we're going to be giving away these upcoming months. Some nice things in there. Let me tell you something. So if you want to win some signed merch, make sure you do it now. This is your best opportunity. But with all that being said, let's get into it. And we will start off with a new thing. We're doing our over-under, not doing the who am I's anymore. These over-under things. I like it. We're switching up from the who am I. We had a good run with it, but hey, all good things must come to an end besides this show. So, Josh, what do you got?
Yeah, so I'm not doing like current players because I think we could save that for different times.
Okay.
But like past players, like I'm gonna give you like an over under total, and you just say over under how many of whatever it is they had that season. So first is 2013 Andy Dalton. You know that was considered prime Andy Dalton.
Okay.
Over under 4,000 yards.
You know, their defense was pretty solid. Listen, he's always been kind of a game manager to me. I'm going to go under.
He had 4,228 yards.
You know, I really wanted to go over too, but you know, here's my thing: I'm always wrong with what I think, so I decided to go with the opposite. You know what? Never mind.
Pretty bad at these games.
I'm going to trust my intuition from here on out. You know,
I like being the guy that comes up with the questions in games because my record when I'm answering stuff on this show is not too good. You think
we all know your record on the pick'em.
Yeah, but the next season I'm bouncing back. I've been in the gym. I've been out here grinding, working on my picks. So this season
it's going to be so tragic.
I'm probably still going to pick the Panthers every single week just because I really like our team this year more than I did last year, so it's going to be very tough. It's going to be very tough to be like
Mr. Sam Darnold.
All right, second player. Stephen Ridley, 2012.
Ooh, my boy. I love
over under 1,000 yards.
Under.
Rushing. Over. He had 1,206.
I thought the whole thing. No, but see, that's why I'm confused because I thought the whole thing with Patriot running backs is they never had people over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw his name on there.
That's literally all I ever have to hear.
I remember Stephen Ridley. Like I remember him, but I do not remember him having a year as good as 1,200 yards.
What I do remember is him getting clocked.
Yeah.
When playing, I feel like it was the Jets, honestly. And he got knocked out, fumbled the ball. Oh, no, it was the Broncos. I think it was the Bronco game. And that was the game that they came back from, like, I think that was like the 24-0 at halftime thing or whatever. Something of that nature. Yeah, listen. Clayton's coming in here, bro. Darnold, an upgrade from Teddy. Hot take, Josh.
Hey, I get not a lot of people. Oh, God, it's about to unplug everything. I get not a lot of people watch Panthers game last year, but Teddy is not who Teddy is advertised as. You talk about Andy Dalton as a game manager. Yeah,
I feel you, bro. Because I don't like Darnold.
I didn't like Darnold on the Jets. I didn't like Darnold on the Jets, but Darnold was back with Robbie Anderson, who's the only person he's had success with DJ Moore, CMC, and Joe Brady calling the plays.
Listen,
decent O-line too. Our O-line is not to be slept on.
Is it impossible? No. I'm just not a Sam.
I'm not saying we're winning a Super Bowl this year. I'm just saying it's
not this year. We'll save that one for next year. We'll let one more team get their chance at it.
Yeah, then we're taking out 3P and all that. Whenever Sam Howell is in a Panthers jersey next year after the draft. We trade Darnold for Julio Jones after his last season in Atlanta.
God, I can't wait for the Patriots to trade a first-round pick and like a third for Julio.
Dude, it's because I don't even know what he's going to get traded for. That's going to be crazy. It's either going to be
apparently they have an offer where they're getting a first-round pick in it. They haven't said from like what team or whatever, but I mean I could see it. A lot of people were saying like there's no way he goes for a first-round pick. Like I think he goes for a first-round pick.
I just think Bill O'Brien is the only guy that would take a second for a top-tier receiver like that.
Oh,
Bill O'Brien's the only guy.
What did he get? Like a second and what?
Like a third. I think he got a second and a third. I think that's all it was.
For
D-Hop, bro. For D-Hop.
We would call that embarrassing.
Oh, yeah.
You got any more over-unders?
No, those are only two.
There's only two? Okay, perfect. You know what, Josh? We'll go on to our UFC. I don't know who these people are. I can't even say the names. So you know what? You go Monique mode, and I'm going to sit here.
All right. I know you're trying to get into UFC.
I am. I'm going to watch. I just don't know who they are.
Yeah, so Rosenstruck, he was close to top 5. He was number 6 middle of last year, and then he ran into Ngannou, and he knocked him out in 20 seconds. So that kind of dropped him a bit. And then, but I mean, he's not a bad fighter at all. He's a really good heavyweight. I don't think he'll ever win the belt because he's not going to ever beat Ngannou. He's just not. And that was crazy,
here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. You said he ran into Ngannou. Sometimes you just got to take pride in it now, okay? That's like striking out against prime, Greg Maddux or something like that. You're fine. That's like losing to pride. That's like losing to the 07 Patriots. You're good.
While I'm talking, actually, the highlight is so quick. Just look up like Ngannou versus Rosenstruck. Just watch it.
I'm gonna look it up.
And that's how scary Ngannou was before he was patient. Like when you see it, you'll be like, "What the fuck?" But he's a really good fighter. So I mean, like he was number 6 at that time when he fought Ngannou. He's beaten guys like Alistair Overeem, who's still a top 10 guy. He beat Junior Dos Santos. Granted, it wasn't his prime, but still tough to beat that guy. I think it's going to be a good fight because also Sakai, this dog is go away, man. Can't you see him doing something? Go away, I'm doing something. But Sakai is also a really good fighter. He's not.
Oh, I don't know. I watched this fight.
Yeah, that knockout. That's just crazy.
I remember this. I'm gonna watch it again, though. I'll tell you that.
But yeah, I think it's going to be just a really good fight. 2 good heavyweights. I think they just kind of been forgotten a little bit because they haven't fought in close to a year. I mean, Rosenstruck's 33. Yeah, he went to sleep, bro. Did you see how Ngannou came in, though? That man threw about 5 overhands, both sides, in like 2 seconds.
And then he gets knocked out, and Ngannou still just bow. Because like the ref, you can't get there fast enough.
Yeah, that's tough. But it's going to be a good fight because I think these are 2 guys that were on their way up when COVID hit. And then obviously, everything gets shifted around. Neither of them have fought since 2020. I think they're both coming off of losses. But, Rosenstruck's 33 and Sakai's only 30. So they're both still on the better side of their prime. I think it's going to be a really good fight. It's going to
now, is this like just a UFC fight thing? Or is
it's just a fight night. It's just a fight night. It should be on ESPN Plus if you got that.
Listen, I might have to leech off my brother again. I know he's got the ESPN Plus hookup. Let me tell you, that's the only reason I can watch The Sopranos now because I found out my brother has HBO Max. I said, hey.
HBO Max is where it's at, bro.
Yo, clutch.
Yeah.
Like low-key better than Netflix.
Stop. Hey, no more.
You know what? Well, honestly, what makes HBO Max great, though, is the fact that they have not Friends, How I Met Your Mother on here.
Yes, bro, for real.
I mean, I already watched the entire series on Netflix before they took it off, but God, you gotta love How I Met Your Mother.
Oh yeah, that's
sir. What's going on there, Perry? All right, that's your little UFC thing. So
yeah, the co-main's good too. I recommend watching the whole main card. There's good fights on there, and I think the main.
What is it?
This Saturday.
Saturday. Perfect. I'm tuned in. Like I said, I've been trying to get into it. Do I know everybody? Because here's the thing. I know what goes on. I just don't know the people. It's kind of like you with baseball.
Yeah, right.
Like I know what's happening. I'm not that dumb.
Yeah. The 12th, though. 12th is the night. Adesanya's fighting. Who else is fighting? Nate Diaz and Leon Edwards.
Okay.
Who's
Adesanya fighting?
The guy that just beat. Who did he just beat? Clayton should know if he's still in here because we were talking about that fight. I can't remember who he just beat. But then also Davison Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno rematch. And their first title fight was a draw, and it was insane.
We're not talking about the beatdown. I don't even know what the hell that says.
He is a beast, though. Latifi is a monster. He's a monster. But it's just going to be a beatdown. There's nothing to really say about that.
Can I give you a hot take right now? And I don't know if it's actually a hot take.
Yeah.
And I mean this as no disrespect to women's sports because I think it is disrespected. But since women's sport is so disrespected, I just like to say I think I'd rather low-key watch women UFC fighters than the men sometimes.
Sometimes. A lot of times.
I feel like they be wilding.
No, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Try killing each other. Don't get me wrong. The guys obviously do as well. I mean, you're a goddamn UFC fighter. You can't really go in there and play fucking tickle fights. But,
right.
I feel like the women go in there and like, all right, we're in this cage. We're going to do something.
There's definitely.
The men's fight sometimes, they're standing there waiting to see what's going to happen. The woman, bell rings, bam.
Yeah. He's like last week's fight between Cody Garbrandt and like Robert Font. It was just a snooze fest, bro. Garber didn't even really throw a real punch till the 5th round. I'm like, dude, what am I watching?
Young bomb throw Anthony Glass onto because he'll be around for a while. Hey, listen. Perfect.
Yeah, he's
I'm still waiting for my real man to come back into the octagon.
Who?
Listen, John.
Johnny Bones.
Unbelievable, man.
No, he wants that Ngannou, and he wants the right amount of money too. And I'll wait for it because I need that fight. I need that fight. I need that.
Oh my God. See, here's the thing. Like, I really want to say that John would get murdered because it's Ngannou, but I feel like I got too much respect.
See, I feel like against Jones is not a time where Ngannou can be the patient Ngannou because his counter strikes and defense is not good enough to match.
I feel like that's where you just got to go
in, bro. Throw those. Do what you just did. Freaking Rosenstruck. Just go in there throwing haymakers, bro.
Bro, because he connected with his pinky finger on accident. I mean, hey.
Yeah.
Yo, how much you got to get? How much you need to get in the ring with Ngannou?
You ain't gotta pay me, but you gotta take care of my kids, my grandkids.
No, you gotta pay me. No, you gotta pay me.
I'm not gonna survive because I'm gonna try to win.
Like a signing bonus.
I'm gonna fight, bro. Like I'm not just gonna defend.
No, here's what I need. Ready? I need a signing bonus like a month before the fight. Yeah, so I at least have a month to do some fun shit.
I need
go into the ring. I don't care. Watch, bell's gonna ring. He's gonna breathe. Just immediately fall.
I need it to be in a dome because I'm arriving with a chopper hanging out the side. Like I'm in a chopper, not with a chopper. That's how I worded that bad. It sounded like I came in with
Josh stays strapped.
Said I'm leaving this octagon a lot. No, like on a helicopter hanging out.
You ever? I mean, I'm sure you have seen it because we're all sports nerds. The clip when the guy in the boxing match parachutes down and lands in the ring. What a legend! What an absolute freaking legend! But all right, we'll move on. Josh, you got some NFL over on this?
These are for this year, like predictions.
Okay. Predictions.
Not predictions.
I love these. I love these because I bet them as well. You know, I made some quality cash money betting these over-unders last year.
Yeah, not a lot of them are out, so these are from like Volvova, like the sports book for that. So the first one, your father, over under 29.5 touchdowns.
Total. Oh, easy over. He's got over. He's got at least 30 passing touchdowns and 5 QB sneaks he's good for.
Yeah, I definitely think getting OJ Howard back too, bro, it's
not even fair.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
And yards, over 4,225.5.
I can't say no, so I'll go over.
Over, okay.
Listen, you just can't. There's no way you have that many people when you don't go over.
But that backfield's pretty stacked too, still.
Yeah, they all.
But I mean, he had over 4,000 last year, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, he'll get around there. And now DeAndre Hopkins, yards, 1,125.
Yeah, I'd go over.
I think I'd take the over too. I'd definitely taken. All right, so his touchdowns 8.5. I'm taking the over on that too, probably.
Yeah, I would too because AJ Green will be there for 4 games before his hamstring hurts,
and he's gonna have at least one game where he catches 2 or 3 of them. So,
yeah,
I'd definitely take that.
Any game against Seattle.
Stephon Diggs, yeah, for real. Stephon Diggs, over under 975 yards. Yeah. 900. They didn't even give him 1K, bro. They did
975 yards. He might have that by week 12.
No, I was shocked when I saw that. That shit was wild. And his touchdowns are at 65.
Over under 1,000 total for Javonte Williams.
Under. I'm taking the under.
I would probably go under as well.
But Diggs 6.5 touchdowns. I'm taking the over.
I would take the over on that too.
Yeah, I mean. But these are super early. I mean, I don't use Bovova, so I can't really bet them right now. But, if my sports book comes out with that shit, I'm
have to go back up to the casino real quick.
Oh, yeah. But those are all the
That's all? Listen, guys, we just gave you free money. You're welcome.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go. All right, we're moving on to the NBA world because we got plenty to talk about. And we'll start off with the hot news right now. Dumping popcorn on Russ. They got racial slurs to John Moran, to his mom. I think they said some things to his dad as well. Fans spitting on Trae Young. They're throwing a bottle at Kyrie. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I feel like I've never seen this many fan incidents. No, what's the plural for that?
Incidents. Yeah.
I feel like that doesn't sound right. Whatever.
No. Yeah, it's incidents. It's got to be incidents.
Okay, incidents. Like, I feel like I haven't seen that many, like, this close together.
Yeah,
So,
back to back.
Like, what do you think the NBA does to help it or something?
I mean, there's not too much that they can actually do. They can give harsher punishments. I guess you could ban them from all arenas. Like, you're not allowed back. Like, if you do this shit to our players, you're not allowed to come in these games anymore, rather than just one stadium. But it's really more on the fans about what they should be doing. They got, like, they can't take this for granted, being able to go in the stadium and watch them during this. You know, it's messed up. We still have COVID out there, so it's tough to already have fans in there. And now they're acting like this when they're back. It's stupid.
Plus, another guy got arrested for assault and battery at the Celtics game. See, I thought the guy who threw the bottle got arrested for that.
Yeah, the guy that was wearing that KG jersey that they showed the picture of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did. But either way, like, the fans just got to be better, bro. They just got to be better. You're here to watch these players because you enjoy watching them. Just because your team loses doesn't mean you got to physically, like, go after them, bro. It's so dumb. Because they wouldn't do that shit if it was outside of the stadium. It's just because they know that it's getting blocked off, bro.
That's exactly what it is.
They're big and bad.
That's the hard thing for the NBA as well, is if you really think about it, they're the only sport where you're right next to players.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't happen. Football, there's a pretty wide gap.
Oh, yeah. Sidelines are huge. They're huge.
Yeah, pretty wide gap there. MLB, I mean, the closest you probably are is the dugout, but I mean, I don't think you can really do too much.
And then there's hockey. There's just a giant glass wall.
Yeah, there's a giant. Yeah, so you can't really do anything there. Basketball,
courtside.
You're courtside. If you turn to the right, you could literally say hi to one of them.
Yeah, like.
So I mean, you can't really do anything. He did, and then another guy punched an officer and got arrested.
Stay classy.
Stay classy, Boston.
That's the worst.
Listen, that's coming from a New Yorker, bro. Come on.
That's the worst thing you do is punch an officer, bro. How dumb you gotta be.
So let me tell you something. It's a bold strategy. It's a fucking bold strategy.
They got you too, for sure. Like, you're already in handcuffs and you like headbutt them or something.
But that's what I'm saying too. Like, I don't know how they fix it. Like, the only way you can fix it is if you did like a hockey thing and you put glass, but you can't do that.
No.
I mean, that ruins everything. As a society, so many people don't see sports as real life players or players as real people. It's a totally different thing when you step in the stadium. No, it is. That's the perfect comment, and I was going to bring that up, but Clayton, you worded it perfectly. Is that we put athletes and celebrities and everything like that on such a high pedestal that, like, they're just different to us. Like, think about this. We the media and everybody cries out when, like, a celebrity, says something mean or something. I get annoyed when people stop me in the hallway in school when I was in high school. Could you imagine being followed around by 50 cameras every day of your life all the time?
That'd be annoying. Yeah, that'd be mad annoying.
The fact that one of these hasn't gone terribly, terribly wrong is unbelievable. Because we just don't think of them as people. It's funny. You hear. It's so weird. Like, thinking about it, like actually thinking about it. You hear a celebrity's so and so got sick. You're like, okay, whatever. It's because they're just gonna pay for a nice doctor or something like that. Like, no. If that was your mother, you'd be like, oh my gosh, big deal. And if anybody said anything, and that's the worst part too. I hate the fact that us as a society do not let celebrities and athletes clap back at people, bro. It is the
I
most
know,
annoying
dude.
thing. Like, how are you about to sit on Twitter and call me a bitch, and then I'm supposed to just read the tweet and move on? Like, no. If I want to look at your profile picture and tell you that you look like the dude, the Hunchback of Notre Dame or whatever, I can't think of his name right now. If I want to tell you you look like him, then I should be able to. Well, but then if I do that, I'm the bad guy. Really? Why am I the bad guy? Because I got more followers than you? Because I'm famous?
Yeah.
Listen, it's funny to make it's fun to make fun of KD for the burner account thing. Don't blame him. Looking back on it,
He'd be on his main though. He'd be on his main though.
Well, yeah, but let's be real here. He's on his main because he got caught. I don't think he'd be on his main like this if the burners didn't come out.
The burner will be going off if he's
that burner account would be crazy.
With Twitter today, because when it got caught, like Twitter wasn't what it is now. So like that shit would be crazy.
I'm begging you for this to be true. Every customer service should be allowed to fight one customer a year at least. Same thing with celebrity. Bro, I don't know where it is, but I remember I saw something. There's like this town somewhere that once a year you can call out somebody and you fight them, and then you're supposed to just move on. Yeah, you're supposed to move on.
Kwame Brown said in a live that in Seattle it's legal. Like that's what he said. He said that Stephen A. Smith beat me in Seattle where mutual combat's legal. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true.
Here's my thing. Where did this Kwame stuff come from? I haven't heard from this man.
Because he's tired of all this bullshit, bro. Everyone just clowns him all the time. People that don't even really like Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes and Gilbert Arenas. Like, why are you talking on him, bro? What'd he do? Like, he hasn't been in the league in almost like over a decade.
I mean, yeah, but come on. Let's be real here. We do the same thing we do the same thing with everybody in every other sport as well.
Right.
You know, a draft pick doesn't work out. We're like, oh, another Ryan Leaf.
Right. I mean, and they can clap back too. Kwame just decided he had enough of it though. Like he's been and it's just
weird because it was random to me. Like I don't remember like a Kwame story coming out to like ignite it. If Stephen A. like went on First Take and was like, you know what, Kwame Brown sucks ass or something like that, and then Kwame decided to come out and say something, I'd be like, oh, okay, now I get it. But like, I was literally just on Twitter one day, and all of a sudden I see Kwame Brown trending. I'm like, what?
Well, it was on their podcast, All the Smoke. They were talking shit about him with Gilbert Arenas on, and they have one of the biggest sports podcasts in the world, and they were talking shit about him for not a lot of reasons.
I think the fighting tradition is a town in Spain. I remember seeing that too.
Can you imagine like being in school, bro, and you have beef someone? Find me mutual combat. Come on,
bro. I think it's like one day out of the year, every year, and like the entire town just gathers in a circle and you fight each other. And you fight. No, and you fight them one on one.
Is it like a Spartan arena? Like
you literally.
That sounds fire.
Bro, literally. If I can find the picture, I'll show you. It's literally them just standing on a dirt. It looks like they just went outside of their house and just decided like, oh, we're gonna form the circle here this year. Like that's what it looks like. They just form the circle and there's two people in the middle fighting. Apparently, when the fight's over, you're supposed to move on. How often do you actually just move on? Especially if you got your ass beat. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure, but that's
why I like street beef. Street beefs. That's where they do that too. And the people I saw one the other day where these two dudes, like his girl snitched on him, and then he fought the girl's new man, and he got KO'd, bro. It's like, damn, you were the one that wanted to fight, and you got knocked out, bro.
You can't do that. You can't do it. It's a tough life out here, but yeah, I think we can agree. Not much you can really do to stop the fans. Just be better. Stop being pricks, okay?
Yeah.
You let back into the arena. Everybody wanted to get back, and this is how you're going to act.
Yeah.
It's like getting a brand new toy and then breaking it the next day. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, come on.
Idiots. This is another thing that came out after the game. Kyrie stomped. It looked like he stomped on the Celtics logo and disrespect his former team. I saw, KG went off on it on IG. We got a few Celtic fans over here in the unwrapped group chats not happy about it. Things like that. Disrespectful or people overreacting? What are we thinking, Josh?
I think I'm not saying it's an overreaction like he didn't do anything wrong. I'm saying it's an overreaction that like people are trying to justify the guy that threw the bottle
Oh, I saw
by
that.
using this Kyrie shit. Now people are just getting out of hand with it. Obviously, it was disrespectful. I mean, that's one of the most historic teams. He played there. They embraced him. They were ready to give him a fat payday, but he didn't want to go there after he said he would. They didn't really do shit wrong to him, and he wants to go out there and act like they traded him away or said he wasn't good enough or didn't want to pay him. I just think Kyrie's better than that. I don't see why he did that. This team is obviously injured, and you have a super team over there. Why you got to go there and disrespect the court and the team like that? I don't see. I don't know why Kyrie did that. I just don't see him as that type of guy, But I definitely think it's an overreaction with how people are trying to use it. He did something stupid, and I mean he's paying for it because everybody's killing him online.
And like he said, one of the people killing him is Garnett, and Clayton over here saying Garnett is a bit of a clown for his post, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
see, here's my thing. Here's my thing. Ready? Is it disrespectful? Probably. Yes. You stomp on any team's logo, it's disrespectful.
T.O. going to
T.O. I mean, what didn't it happen this year? Oh, with the Titans and the Ravens, they're dancing on each other. Listen, is it disrespectful? Probably. Do I love it?
Yeah.
You're goddamn right I do.
That's confidence, but
it's not even the confidence. It's just because I'm petty. And I'm kind of
very petty. You are a very petty person.
I am. And I might not be the nicest guy out there, so it feels like something I would do. I love it. I got no problem. Listen, if it happened to my team, I probably hate them too. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If one of the teams beats the Yankees and they go stomp on the NY behind home plate, I'd be ready to fight too. So I understand the outrage, I guess. But I mean, let's not act like this guy just did one of the craziest things of all time. He stomped on the logo. How many people have done it?
Right. No. Yeah. I mean,
what was it? Was it LSU and somebody else?
I know Baker Mayfield planted a flag.
I was going to say that one too, but I don't know if it was LSU or I might have the teams mixed up. I just remember one of the guys. Yes.
Yeah. I think that was it Miami? No, it might have been LSU. I don't know. But I do remember that. I remember that.
I don't really want to get upset about internet hate. Kyrie's is the one to care the absolute least about it, though. I don't even think he knows what about the hate he's getting.
I think he probably does.
I think he knows, but
I think that's why he did it. I think he was like, I don't want Boston to like me. I don't like you guys. Like, I don't get why though, because you literally played there. You said you wanted to come back, and then you were like, nah, KD and me going to Brooklyn, but. I don't know. I'm confused on it all. I just think it's not something to blow out of proportion. Boston's about to be done with their season anyway. It is what it is.
Bro, they really casually dropped 140 on them.
That big three, bro. Harden had like 24 and 18. KD had like 42. Kyrie had like 39. Like, what are you going to do?
Bro, casually.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I was watching it, and I think I was getting the Celtic feed. And the guy was like, I would love to say that they played bad defense tonight, but they kind of forced him into hard shots. They just hit him.
Yeah. Kyrie was cooking.
Oh, no. Kyrie was eating.
Yeah. I'm excited for the next round, bro. We'll get into that. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it.
It's going to be tough. All right. Well, you know what? We'll move on from there then. Because, listen, like we said. See, here's my thing. Ready? Last word on this. If it was the first time anybody in the history of sports ever stomped on the logo, all right, fine, let's make a big deal about it. It happens like once a year. Calm down. You'll be all right.
Every sport, it happens like all the time.
I promise you'll be all right. No, nobody died. But yeah, the Bucks swept the Heat, got revenge for last season. Listen, we said we were going to get into it. Are they the best chance to take the Nets down?
They most definitely are, unless the Clippers just catch fire and become the best team in the league and beat them in the finals. But like defensively, all you can do is hope to contain them and hold them under 40 points. And the Bucks have the best chance of doing that. The way they handled the Heat, obviously the Heat didn't look like themselves. Bam did towards the end of the series, but Jimmy never looked like himself in any of those games. But I think if the Heat just lock in defensively. Like, hey, the only way we get out of this series is if, like, we focus on the defensive end of the floor and, hit all our tasks, just do everything right. And I think they are going to lock in like that because I think they're this is their team to win a ring. I think Drew Holiday is, I mean, to say he's an upgrade from Eric Bledsoe is an understatement.
I saw my friend texted our group chat and was like, Drew Holiday is an upgrade just by not being named Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, I mean he's been huge for them. Middleton is playing the way they've needed him to in the playoffs. Bryn Forbes is coming off the bench like Danny Green when he was with the Spurs, bro, just hitting everything. So I think if they just lock in defensively and Drew can just kind of find a way to get the ball out of Kyrie and Harden's hands, even if it's going to end up in one of their three every possession, it's just going to happen.
Or just sleep on Joe Harris in the corner too.
Yeah, no, I mean somehow, some way you got to force tough shots that are just very tough. At the rim, maybe don't foul as much. I just think they have the best chance. They got to do everything right to beat them because this is arguably the most talented team of all time, the Nets. So I think they have the best chance though because they're on fire right now. I mean, they just swept the Heat, and that's no joke. Even though the Heat didn't play well, but they have the best chance. And I think if they lock in defensively, this could be a 7-game series, or the Bucks could win it earlier. I think they have a really good chance though.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that this is probably their biggest test. I mean, any team with a big man is going to test Brooklyn, obviously, because, I mean, what are they playing Blake at the 5?
Yeah, DeAndre Jordan is not.
So, I mean, listen, it's definitely not what you want when you're the Nets. You're probably praying that the Heat somehow pulled off another little upset. But, I mean, it's going to be fun. I'll tell you that. There's going to be a lot of star power on that court. And most of it's supplied by Brooklyn, but hey, it's fine. You're going to see the KD Giannis battles. You're going to see the Holiday and Harden or whoever that they decide to actually put him on. So
I think PJ Tucker is going to be on KD's ass 48 minutes a game, bro. He did amazing against Jimmy Butler, and I think you could put Giannis on him, but you're really asking for foul trouble for Giannis if you're doing that. I think Giannis should protect the paint. PJ Tucker on KD. You put Drew Holiday on Harden, and you hope that your other wing defenders can, at least help KD. But I think help shut down Kyrie. But I think taking away Harden and KD is jobs number 1 and 2 for the Bucks.
I think I saw somebody say it should be Giannis on KD, PJ on like Harden or something.
I could see that. I just foul trouble. KD's going to go after that.
Absolutely. I completely get where you're coming from. But, yeah, I think that they probably do have the best chance. Like I said, any big man is going to pose a very serious threat to Brooklyn. So it's going to – listen, like you said, it's probably going to be a long series. And it's weird because I feel like both teams have to play perfect, though.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's weird because, usually it's pretty simple where one team has to play perfect and the other one can, kind of slack off a little bit. Neither team can really afford it. Obviously, if you're Milwaukee and you slack off, they can literally blow you off the court in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, I was listening to the radio the other day, and Stephen A was on, and he was like, one of the games I was watching the Nets this year, they were down 5. I went to go get a sandwich, and they were up 15. I was like, yeah, he's not wrong. I mean, that's just how it is. So you have that problem. And then, like I said, if you're the Nets, what are you going to do? You're going to let Giannis 50 bomb you every game, and Chris Middleton probably get a little bit, a solid 20 piece. Maybe Drew Holiday get a nice little 15 as well. I mean, it's going to be tough for both teams. And I know they scored like 120 something points in the last game, but I feel like the game before yesterday, the Nets played some pretty solid defense. That was the game that they ended up losing. Yeah, so like. Their defense definitely isn't the best, but I feel like in this situation, they know they're going to have to go like try hard mode.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they just have a good possibility of doing it. Like I said, I got the Nets winning the chip, so I'm not picking against them, but definitely going to be an interesting series. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
And then, we'll go to the other team that got swept in this with the Heat. And what do you think they have to do in the offseason to get it back to the finals? And, before you answer that, I got another question for you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They got swept. You think this how do you feel about the bubble now? You think it was, it played a factor? I saw a great tweet, too. It was
product of the bubble and all that.
I saw a great tweet. It was like, TJ, who was the dude that was going off? Was it TJ?
TJ Warren.
TJ Warren looked like prime MJ in the bubble, and y'all thought it was okay. And y'all thought, no, he was like, and y'all thought the bubble was fine.
I mean, the bubble definitely had a factor on all the teams. I mean, look at that Jazz Nuggets series; they were all locked in. TJ Warren, great example, just locked in.
I wonder what it was though.
It was they literally didn't see their family. They couldn't go out. They couldn't go out to eat. They had everything in the hotel. It was literally like being at a camp. Have you ever been to a basketball camp?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like those, it was just hoops, and that's not how they live normally. Like they're normal people. Like they go do shit after practice and after games they go out, but they were just focused on hoop. There it was a big AAU tournament, and they were all locked in. I do think that boosted the Heat's play. Definitely boosted Jimmy Butler's focus because we know how locked in he is normally, and then you put him in an isolated situation like that, bad things gonna happen to other people. But I don't think that means that they're just a product of the bubble and that they're not title contenders, because I think they still are. They have the built-in excuse for this, the shortest off season. I think it was like 7 weeks or something like that. It was very short for them and the Lakers. So they both have those excuses, but I mean they had a lot of injuries too. If they had Oladipo this series, I feel like it could have been a little bit different. Even though Oladipo is not the all-star he was a few years ago, I still think it would have been different. But I just think they were tired, and this Bucks team is way hungrier than they are right now. The Heat team was hungry last year. They were locked in. This year they just weren't like that, and the Bucks are. I just think they'll bounce back next year. I think they got to get Oladipo healthy, got to get everyone healthy. That's rule number one. Just, don't have a tough offseason. Just take the rest that you should have had last year. And then if Kawhi decides, hey, I don't want to be in LA anymore, Miami is a place I think he'd be very interested in, because if you remember, before Paul George got traded to the Clippers, Kawhi's first option as a co-star was Jimmy Butler. So if he can go to Miami and play with Jimmy, I think he'll definitely go there.
Yeah, we'll go to Clayton's comment right here. Said the Nets have a multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year caliber player in Durant and Harden, who led the league in steals, but we're talking about if they can play defense.
They can. It's just will. Yeah, he's right. He's right.
Yeah,
it
is.
I mean, they can.
Like I said, I think they realize against the Bucks they're going to have to be try hard and give it their all, and I think that they'll be up to the challenge.
The Bucks are not going to take plays off. They're going for the throat. The Nets should coast through the East, and I feel like they still feel that way right now. But you go down 0-2 against the Bucks, that's going to be a tough situation. This is not Jason Tatum. This is not just Jason Tatum and Marcus Smart.
I think the Nets are going to get smacked in the mouth game one. And be like, whoa.
Maybe.
Like,
they might have a super boost on confidence right now. It might be. I don't know. That series is going to – because it can go so many ways. That series is going to be so fun to watch.
I don't know. I feel like they take game one off. They're like, we're going to coast through the East, like you said, get smacked, and they're like, whoa, that was different.
Yeah.
Like, that was not – you're right. That's not the Celtics.
Yeah.
That's Giannis. That's not Tatum.
Yeah.
That's,
right.
Drew Holiday. That ain't Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So, boy, it's going to be fun. It is going to be fun. But yeah, for the Heat, I brought it up, and I'm probably going to bring it up again. If Kawhi does decide to leave, listen, you got many destinations, and of course, I feel like every year there seems to be a disgruntled star player who wants to go somewhere else. So even if Kawhi decides to stay, that trade market got to be available somewhere.
Bradley Beal might still want out of Washington too, so that's another option.
I always look at Cat.
Yep, they're good guys. There's hoopers out there that could win out.
How mad is Donovan Mitchell? Is he really that mad?
Right. I mean, hey, you never know what could happen. You never know.
So listen, Heat fans, you're all right. This ain't LeBron Heat, but you're good. You're good.
Oh, yeah.
Hawks take a 3-1 lead over the New York Knicks.
Sorry, CJ.
Yeah, CJ, I'm sorry. I told you I was pulling for you. I can't do much more. So I apologize in advance. But is this season a success for the Knicks still? I think it is. I really do. Bro, let's be honest here. Their over-under on wins was 24.
Yeah.
24.
They were supposed to get Cade Cunningham, bro. That's where they were supposed to be at.
What did they have? Like 38 wins or something like that? 36?
Finished 5th in the East too. I mean,
so I'm very hard pressed, as some would say, to call it a failure, even if they lose in this first round. Now, did a lot of people have them coming out of the first round? Yeah. And people probably adjust their expectations. I'm sorry if you did.
yeah.
Because, I mean, me personally, I thought max they were doing is the second round. I thought that this would go 6 games. I think I said I thought it was going 6 games to the Knicks. Obviously, if the Knicks are going to win, it's going to go 7 now. But I find it very hard for a team that was supposed to win 24 games. And Vegas is right on these things.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we talk about gambling a lot and things like that.
you
don't
think
bet
it's
against
like
Vegas.
You think when you're betting, you're like, nah, they're stupid. This is easy money. Like, no, they do their research and their math.
They are a lot smarter than we are.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
So for the Knicks to be 14 games, 12 games over their expected win total, I think it was in the top 5 of all time, like win improvement.
I bet. I mean, I can't think of other teams that did that.
So listen.
I mean, and also outside of this season, players might want to come to New York now. Like, basketball is back. That's the biggest part of this, I think. I mean, I don't think
this is where I was going to bring it up. Kawhi.
Yeah, I think outside of Kawhi, I don't think there's too many big free agents this offseason. But, I mean, in the future, down the road a little bit, you know, when these younger players get out of their rookie contracts or maybe their extensions and they might want to go somewhere and have success, New York basketball might be back because they have a solid team right now. Julius Randle's not going to go anywhere next season. RJ Barrett's only going to get better. I mean, they got young. Quickly's only going to get better. I mean, if they lose I hope D Rose leaves because I want him to go to someone that's going to win a ring because that man deserves it. But they have a good young core for a while now, and then if they get that star, they're a really different team, a real competitor. So I think this season was a huge success. I saw people on Twitter that were like just using this playoffs as why it was a failure. It's like they weren't supposed to be here, bro. They were supposed to be hoping the lottery gods to get Cade Cunningham. That's where they were supposed to be at.
Bro, Knicks fans were supposed to be crying about James Dolan selling the team like 4 months ago.
They're supposed to be crying about Julius Randle's contract.
Now. Calm down.
They're supposed to cry about Julius Randle's contract, and now they're chanting MVP for him. Like, this is not where they should have been, so it's a huge success.
And listen, has Julius Randle been good in the playoffs? No.
But listen, people were coming at him the other game. He finished with like 23, 10, and 8. And the other games he sucked. But that game, they were killing him. And I was like, he played good. Like, he didn't suck.
Listen, New York is a ruthless place, my man.
Yeah, I mean, they're crazy. But, I mean, they've been
depending. You could put up 65, and I feel like we would still be mad at you because you lost.
Yeah.
It's just how we are.
It is what it is.
You know, we're terrible people. What can I say? Should we start looking at Trae Young as a superstar?
I think there's a big difference between a star and a superstar. I think a star, you know, you're cooking out there, you're getting buckets, but your team is not too good. Like, they suck. Your team sucks. I think that's kind of where De'Aaron Fox is right now. He's been improving every year. This year was his best year. He was amazing this year, but his team didn't make the playoffs, so it's a kind of a forgotten season for him. But, you know, Trae Young, he puts up amazing numbers this year and leads his team to a 4th seed. Now they're up 3-1 against a very tough team. And Trae Young is playing amazing. So I do think it's time we start acknowledging that, yeah, sure, he has a unique way of leading the team and a unique way of running the offense, but he's getting it done. He's getting the job done. He's stepped up in these big moments. I think it's time to look at him in that upper echelon, kind of how we did after Donovan Mitchell's Utah series last year. Like, you got to start looking at these guys in a different light. So I think it is a superstar. He
also has a very unique way of shushing the crowd. You know, he's more of a finger on forehead guy apparently than the mouth. Yeah, I don't think I'm ready to go superstar. Like you said, I think there's just a little bit of a leap there. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible, and you know what? I'll even say this: if you do consider him a superstar, I'm not mad at you. I'm not. But I still reserve that superstar for KD, LeBron, Giannis, Steph, Harden, people like that. So to say superstar, I can't put. Listen, I can't.
See,
put
I
him in
think
that
those
category.
guys, categories, like they're by themselves. When you're winning MVPs and you don't have a good team around you and you're getting to conference finals, that's above superstar.
See, but I think that makes you the superstar. That's why, like, listen, this.
But not all players are built to carry. Look at Luka. If anyone's built to carry a team, it should be him. And he can't get the playoffs have been tough for him because you need a good squad around you. Guys like LeBron, guys like Harden, they can go with guys
Listen,
that aren't.
playoffs ain't been tough for him against the Clippers.
Yeah. I mean,
Luka's
it's.
an animal.
I think Trae Young he's just going to keep getting better. I mean, he came into the league as an amazing shooter, and it seems he just shoots less and less, but gets better. He's not shooting as many threes. He's going into the paint.
Well, he doesn't
passing,
even shoot like 34% from three.
Yeah, like and that was why he got drafted so high, is because he was that Steph Curry prototype. Like he's going to shoot the lights out, but now he's a playmaker. He attacks the basket. He can finish at the rim, although it's really only his right side, but he can still finish at the rim. And I mean his vision out there is good, and I just think he's there for me now. I can understand why he's not for everybody else, but he's only going to get better, and I think this is the year he reached that point.
Listen, like I said, I wouldn't argue that he's not. So I can't really, I can't get mad at you. But and what else? You know what else? I'm not going to get mad at this Clippers and Mavs series. Tied 2-2. We talked about it already. If the Clippers lose this series, I mean, that's a disappointment for sure. You think Kawhi's leaving? You think he's wheezy out of there?
I think he'd be stupid to not explore his options, at least get a feel of what's out there. LA still got a good squad. I mean, but he's dropping 41 and they're losing games. And PG's playing good and they're losing games. They should have swept this series. This should not be the way Kristaps plays in this series. There's no way they should be tied right now, 4 games in. Yeah, he's buns, bro. He's I told Clayton yesterday, he's like the 5th best player on the Mavs right now. He's not up there.
Listen, all I'm saying is never liked him. Just saying.
I loved him. I really liked the idea of this duo, a nice Euro duo. I thought that would be fun, but Kristaps just kind of sucks. And Luke has been banged up. He hasn't been playing that completely healthy. So I think the Clippers.
Kristaps just kind of sucks.
He kind of sucks, bro. He doesn't really do anything out there but launch 40-footers and brick them. So, but I think Kawhi should definitely explore his options. Golden State would be an easy decision if I was Kawhi. I'm going there tomorrow.
Oh my god!
I mean, you went to LA to build a super team to win a ring, and it didn't work. Now there's a guy that could have won MVP this year if his team was better. Clay's coming back. Draymond had an amazing defensive year. James Wiseman's only going to get better. That's a 1, that's a 2, that's a 4, and that's a 5. Kawhi plays the 3. It's it's a match made in heaven. They have the roster built for you, the starting 5. You don't got to go get your co-star. You can go to Cali. You can stay in Cali, and you can play with a championship coach. That's not Tyronn Lue.
Bro, that's my other thing. Can we stop the Tyronn Lue stuff now?
What do you mean?
Here's my thing, and I hate on LeBron and all this all the time, whatever. You won a ring with LeBron, and everybody's saying, "Oh, he's such a good coach." Bro, you had LeBron, Kyrie. I'm sorry, just like Steve Kerr, greatest coach, blah blah blah, this, that, and third. You won with Stephen Clay, and then Steph, Clay, Draymond, and KD. I could have won a title with that team.
But I mean, Steve Kerr is a good coach still. He's a good coach.
Don't care.
He's a good coach.
All right.
We don't know how good. We don't know how good because he's never had to deal with a team like that. But you can't say he's a bad coach.
You want a good coach? Give me Spoelstra, bro. Good coach. I've seen him with plenty of people.
The guy that only won 2 rings with LeBron James and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. What are you talking about? I think he's a great coach.
His teams are competitive, though.
You can't use that logic for Steve Kerr.
Because his teams are relevant still.
But they're relevant because they still have really good players. They
made it to the finals last year with just Butler and then Bam.
But they're very good players. They're very good players. I think they're Eric Spoelstra, because of the success after LeBron, they were still a playoff team. That's why he's considered a good coach. We've only seen Steve Kerr with without Steph, and that team was buns. Like last year's team, some of the lineups they had out there.
Well,
No
Steph
coaches.
this year missed the playoffs.
Yeah, but I mean, he's still a good coach because they were there, and Steph was injured a lot of the year. They didn't have their second
But like
best
I'm
player.
saying, if you got Steph, I would hope you're fucking there.
Yeah, but I don't think you can – Tyronn Lue you can call a bad coach because he literally came in 1 year with LeBron, and LeBron did everything, came back 3-1, and then he goes to L.A. this year, and they're kind of worse than they were last year. So that's why you can call him a bad coach because his time after that. But we haven't seen Steve Kerr with an okay roster.
Let me not say bad then. Let me say overrated.
Just don't say bad.
Let me say overrated.
I agree with that. Overrated, yes. But still, I think he's a good coach.
Like, let's find out.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll be honest here. I'm doing the same thing with my man Bill.
Yeah.
Greatest coach of all time. I'm sorry, he had the greatest.
Tyronn Lue sucks because he forgot he was the head coach the other day, bro. Everyone on the bench had to tell him to challenge the play that was a clear block, and he was just looking at the replay like someone challenge it, and he's like,
yo,
oh yeah,
really
me.
do something
He's like,
about this.
He's like, oh me, challenge, yeah, review it. I'm like, dude,
yo, what NFL coach did that? Oh, Robert Saleh. At one of his press conferences, he was like, "Yeah, I was waiting in the circle for the head coach to make a speech." And I was like, "Oh shit, that's me."
Hey, speaking of football, real quick, because I don't know why that popped in my head when you said that. On the Panthers YouTube channel, they got a video called Panthers Confidential. It's like behind the scenes on draft day, bro. That shit's fire.
Was they
have a trade call on the video too, like an actual trade.
Was that the one? Did I see somebody tweet something about like a contract negotiation?
Yeah, it was for Dan Arnold.
I was literally going to go back and watch that, but then I had some extracurricular activities like going, out with my brother. So I never got a chance to watch that. I'm going to have to go back and watch that.
Hey, we may not have the best team, but our social media guys,
listen,
the best of all time.
This is funny that you say that. There's a girl on TikTok, bro, who is the social media director of the Panthers, and her videos always pop up on my page, and it's so funny because like the players will be walking by, they're like, oh hey, I don't know her name, I can't remember it, but they're like, oh hey, what's going on? She's like, hey guys.
Bro, we're
what
a
fire job.
Oh yeah, social media director, bro, for a professional sports franchise, bro. That's
Josh is the social media director for Gen Z, so blame him for everything.
I am not. Blame Connie. That is not me.
No. I'm a busy man. I'm a busy guy.
Okay, yeah, real busy hanging out with your brother.
Oh, I can't have a day off?
Your booze bag.
Whoa. Listen, Mr. Red Solo Cup. Yes, okay. This girl too. The girl that runs the Chargers account. She's lit. She's funny.
I don't got TikTok, so I don't know.
Well, see, that's your first
I need
problem.
to get on TikTok. I know. I don't know why I never do. I just never did.
Well, I got a Gen Z TikTok. You never even posted on it because I was going to make some nice videos with you and things. How am I supposed to do it?
I'll get TikTok then. All right, chill out.
I'm gonna set you up with the good for you page too.
Good, because that's why I don't.
Let me tell you, my for you page is like 3 things. It's like sports, some women.
I knew that was coming out. I was gonna say is that like girls, tits, and ass. Those are the 3.
Listen, hey, it's not a bad life. I'll say that, and I'll also say this, Clayton. Since you got TikTok, do you know about the boat video? Because if you know the boat video, you also know what kind of TikTok I'm on, bro. I liked one video, of like this. I can't think of the word now. The drug dealers. What are they called? Cartel. The cartel. No, the cartel. I liked one video of a guy in the cartel for like a week. All I was seeing on my TikTok were bricks of cocaine.
Jesus.
Just casually. I was like, listen, TikTok, what are we doing here? The boat video? You got no idea? Crazy. The guy is in a boat getting chased by the National Guard. And oh my God, it was so good. What a time to be on TikTok. Let me tell you something. And then finally, our last NBA topic and topic of the show. Actually, no, we got an MLB one because Josh is unhappy with the show. I can't wait for that one. Anthony Davis questionable for Game 5. Lakers Phoenix tied 2-2. I'm so happy. I am so happy. See, I told you, Clean. Cartel talk. You got a short stint there and got out. Listen, I come back every once in a while. Every once in a while, they pop back up for me. But how do we feel about Anthony Davis being out? And the Suns having a nice chance.
You're happy about his injury? You like seeing people hurt?
Can I be completely honest here? Can I be honest here?
Yeah.
I'm thrilled. Not because he's hurt, but because that means I have a great chance of winning money.
That is very true.
If I didn't have money on, I promise you I wouldn't care. But I got too much riding on this for the Lakers to go back to back. I can't have it happen.
Yeah, you're probably in luck. If AD's out this game and they go down 3-2, I think it's going to be very tough to finish that off, especially because AD was playing really, really good. Not the first game, but the 2 games after that they won. He was putting up like 35 and 12 in both of those. He's playing really well, but now this is not first time LeBron's had his back against the wall and he's the only one there to do something about it. Okay, this is not the first time it's happened. But this is a different LeBron. This LeBron has not been aggressive this series. He's been a little bit late. He's been actually very, very lazy on defense. So he's got to lock in here if they want to have a chance to win this series. He's got to go out there and have that 2018 LeBron, 51, 12, and 13. He's got to go do crazy stuff like that.
Clayton. A little.
I'm probably gonna do that too.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna do that too. But yeah, I think LeBron's got to have himself a game. That's the only way it's gonna happen. I mean, Chris Paul looks like he's healthy now, so you can't have that hope that he's just not playing. That Suns team's gonna come out ready to go. LeBron's just got to be. It's got to be LeBron, and I have no doubt that he's going to go out there, do his thing, and take the lead.
It's crazy. LeBron's going to come out, be LeBron, but he's going to be passing it to Drummond and Kyle Kuzma's bum ass, Montrezl Harrell over here on Twitter.
What do you think about that video of him pushing Ayton in the back on that rebound?
Who? I honestly didn't see it. No.
It's just crazy, man. People on Twitter see LeBron flop, and they're like, "That's the softest shit ever." And then LeBron taps Ayton in the back on a rebound. They're like, "That's not a basketball play, bro. He should know better than that. That's gross, bro. Don't do that shit." I'm like, these people, I just don't get.
Listen,
bro, so stupid.
LeBron hate is real. The LeBron hate's real, so you got to expect that. But LeBron flops too much. For a guy that we got to call the GOAT, he's a flopper, and it annoys us. It annoys us simpleton folk. Okay? You can't bet against a healthy LeBron and tell me it's a good idea with a straight face. Listen, I'll tell you right now. Suns for the win, baby.
But you're lying.
CP3, baby. I'm
You're
the biggest Devin Booker fan you know.
Loki, tell him he's lying. Look him in his face. Tell him he's lying.
That's my main man Jeans dog name too.
Tell him he's lying. Tell him.
Roof. Let's see. LeBron not getting back on D, giving up that Crowder 3 was rough to see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He played lazy defense this series. Can't happen. Can't have it. Can't win with that. Can't happen.
Listen, and I don't want you to either, Bron. Keep it up. You're doing great.
No, they're going back to back.
Yeah,
Lock it in.
Why would you wish that?
Lock it in.
Why would you wish it upon me?
Because you've been talking all this shit, bro. You got to get knocked off of this.
This is why you never trust a guy who likes feet.
Stop it, bro. Why you got? Where did this even come from?
I'm telling you,
where did this even come from?
You can't trust a guy who likes feet.
You gotta stop it, bro. You gotta stop it.
Yo, I gotta tell you some funny. I gotta tell you some funny Soprano scenes after this episode because I think we would get canceled if I said them on here. They got me crying, bro. You ever see? You're not on TikTok, so you won't remember. Clayton, you'll remember. You know the people that the TikTok trend was what scene from a movie or TV show that happened back then would get them canceled today? I saw
one of those on Twitter, though.
Every scene of The Sopranos.
Did you watch WWE growing up?
Yeah.
All right, so it was one I saw from TikTok, but on Twitter, a video that it was the Dudley Boys, the tag team match, and they were going against 2 girls, and literally pulled her legs back, and he got on the top ropes. like dove in, bro.
Nah, you ever seen the
Like,
one?
they allowed that shit, bro.
Nah, not even that. Do you remember the one where Vince McMahon is talking to John Cena and he says the N-word?
Oh yeah, right in front of
And
like,
then the
people
camera
too,
pans to
he was
Booker
like,
T and he's like, "What?"
yeah.
Bro.
Oh my god, bro. WWE. Then I thought about it, bro. Like WWE used to be wild. Like they brought that bed on stage with Edge, and they would just
Bro, they had bra
in
and
the
panty
middle of the
matches.
ring, bro. Like that shit
They
is
had
crazy. How
they
times
had
changed, bro.
they had paddle on the pole matches.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
The WWE used to be wild. That shit would not fly today.
bro, that shit would be grounded before takeoff.
Yeah,
But yeah,
the
exactly.
WWE shut down. Bro.
Literally every episode
Yeah,
of The Sopranos, every single one. Funny as hell, though. Let me tell you something. All right, Josh, give me your spiel on why NLB The Show sucks.
How can you?
Oh my God, no, this one too, that one too. Dudley Boy's power bombing
Yes,
Young
bro,
into a table, bro. She was like 80 years old in that.
Yeah, bro. What the fuck? That shit was crazy. But yeah, I don't know how. Like as a game, you're gonna tell me that I hit the ball perfectly. You're literally gonna spell that out with a cool effect.
I know where you're going with
that
this.
says perfect, and I line it to third. What the fuck does that mean? Or I pop out. Don't tell me I hit it perfect if that shit's not out the park, bro. Like, don't tell me it's perfect, because if I hit it perfectly, it should be gone. But no, it's a line out, it's a grounder, it's a short or something. Like, what the hell, dude? That shit pisses me off. And like, I'm in the league now, but like, these pitchers,
Scared.
no,
Scared
bro.
to play Clayton, bro?
No, it ain't even like that, bro.
It ain't even like that. Okay.
Because you scared to play me too.
Yo, you know, listen, our next
Both of
segment
y'all
stop the
scared to
cap.
play me. Both of
Yo,
y'all scared to play me.
let's stop the cap
How about
right
that?
now.
How about that?
Lying
Y'all
ass.
both scared to play me.
Lion.
I mean,
King of
I
the jungle right now.
We can't. I mean, it's got to be like a play now situation, because my team is buns.
Let me tell you something. My team, disgusting.
I pulled my first diamond the other day, though. It was.
Oh yeah, I bet it wasn't Mike Trout like mine.
He's on the Padres, but it's not Tatis.
Who was it? A pitcher?
No.
Manny Machado?
No. I think
Is
it
he
was
a
like
third-
Corey something or something. I don't remember. I'll have to look. I don't know. I think he was on the Padres. I'm pretty sure it was Padres, because it was brown and yellow. So. Pretty sure.
Should be the Padres then.
I don't remember his
You know what
name.
position he is?
I just know he's a nine. No, I didn't even look at it because I don't play my team. I just pulled him out of the pack. Well, I got a free pack for leveling up, so I just opened it and I pulled him. I was like, dope, but my
This
team's
guy.
booty.
All right. Well,
But the game's trash, bro. I'm gonna play it right after the show, but the game's trash. Okay?
No, I'm going to play it too. Don't get me wrong, but I understand what you mean. Like, why are you going to tell me? Like I always say, why are you going to tell me something's perfect when it clearly isn't?
For real, dude. Like,
lying.
if it's perfect, that's not perfect. If I'm getting out, that don't make sense,
Yeah.
bro.
I had a perfect the other day that smacked off the pitcher, and then I got thrown out at first base because my guy was so slow.
And the base running, bro. After you get on
base
second,
running's garbage.
when you get on second, bro, it's impossible to try to steal and go back. Like it's just impossible, bro.
I think the base running in total is possible. The minute you round a base, if you try to go back, you're done. Off.
Yeah, bro, because he takes like 5 seconds to slow down, like he's on ice or something. Like, it's so
Just
stupid.
got Posada finished and then left for the weekend. Sam Huff is getting done first. I'm working on some team affinity as well. I am working on some team affinity, Clayton, so I'm right there with you. Josh, you got to get on that Diamond.
I'm grinding on 2K. I've been grinding 2K in my team. That's where I've been. Bro, they're giving away I'm not giving away. Like, it's so easy to get good cards and shit. And I'm cold on 2K. I'm cold on 2K.
Oh no, Clayton, don't you worry. I don't gotta wait for this because it's happened. Comes off the pitcher and it gets caught. Yeah, disgusting. Makes you want to
bro.
Makes you want to do bad things.
I did not grind for 3 years in the minors to come to the league and get this type of disrespect.
You grinding, bro?
What the hell are you trying to lead this into, bro? Because
Bro,
you know
you
damn
grind?
well what I meant, and so does everybody
that's
else. But you're trying to turn it into something.
Grinding that only toes, maybe.
I hate you, bro. I hate you. I hate you.
All right.
All right, no, we're gonna do Yeah,
Stop.
you know what?
What?
Because Connie just out of nowhere one day on the show is like, "Yo, Josh, you like feet, bro?" I'm like, "No, what?" And he's like, "Yeah, bro, you like feet." I'm like, "How are you gonna tell me that I like feet, bro? How are
Bro,
you
guys,
gonna
what you
tell
don't
me?"
know, Josh accidentally, drunkenly texted me. He thought he was texting this girl, right? He said, babe.
No, what?
He said, babe, I need them toes.
No,
I
because
was
that's
like, bro,
impossible.
you're
Because
wilding right now.
that's impossible. Because your name, on my phone is literally like "don't answer." So it'd be a girl I don't want to talk to.
Nah, that's your side piece.
Nah, bro. And that text never happened. Connie just likes to make this joke because I don't know. He's an asshole and he's petty. You heard him in the beginning of the show. He's petty.
Well,
So
what
he's
does this
just
have
trying
to do with me being petty?
Because you're trying to make a joke out of something that's not there, bro. And if
Oh,
one
no,
day I
it's there.
start getting DMs about feet pics and shit, bro.
Listen,
done.
first of all, if you get DMs about feet pics, selling them,
Oh, I'll sell them.
I was going to say, forward it to me because I'll sell them right now.
No, I'll sell them. But if I start getting feet pics as a troll, me and Clayton starting a new show, bro. You're done.
Well, that's all I had to do to get rid of you. Jesus Christ, I would have done this 41 episodes ago.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I would have done this when we were the Blitz
Tough guy. Okay, Blitz boys.
Blitz boys. Gosh, what a time to be alive.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, I think we're going to head on out of here. So I'm going to thank the sponsors one more time before we do that. So if you're into the betting world, make sure you go to mybookie.ag and use code US700 to double that first deposit up to $1,000. I swear, doing these ads, I feel like I could definitely become an auctioneer, bro.
You should be one of those people on like the TV, like cable, like where they're just selling shit over and over. You could be
this will
seen the one with the guy on that ladder?
problem. This will solve every problem in your life, but it also cause cancer, death, and maybe more. Like
you see that guy on the ladder on one of those shows where he like gets on top. It's like one of those flat ladders and he's climbing across and it like breaks in half. He's like, now it's locked in. Now it's locked in, and he goes across and just eats it, bro.
Listen, Clayton's taking my spot.
Hey, you're out, Connie. You heard it. Boog said it. Boog said it. Right,
I got two other ones to fall back on, so go ahead.
Hey, speaking of that, I'm on tomorrow, right?
What?
I'm there tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we got a full slate tomorrow. I think. Damn,
it's crazy.
You pushing your dog out here, bro?
I'm pushing him off my face. Yeah.
I think we got you. I think Christian's gonna come back on.
Christian.
And I think Matt's gonna be there as well.
Oh man, that's a whole panel.
So it's gonna be interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
But like I said, get back to the sponsors, Josh. See what you do. You distract me. And
no, you were on that bullshit, bro. Because you're the one I could do the infomercials. I could sell.
Yeah, and then you asked about the show, and unbelievable.
That took like half a second.
RX Hemp. If you're sore, go check it out. RxHemp-USN. Saves you 10% on the entire order. Next up, we got the Teespring shop, teespring.com/store/Nrod. We all have merch. So if you're oh yeah, look at that. And you can finally escape the MLB talk because I'm sure as hell not bringing it up. There you go.
Then I am because I'm bringing it up because I'm the biggest MLB fan there is on this show.
Yeah, big guy, big MLB guy. I've heard.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we all have our merch. So teespring.com/store/Nrod. Go check that out. And then the Patreon is $1. You let us know you like what we do. $5, you get access to Discord chat where we're giving out some free bets out there. Okay, we're winning you money. We're basically paying for your own subscription. You get 10% off the store I just told you about, and you also get entered into an Amazon gift card giveaway. There we go. And then the $10 tier is everything I just said, except the 10% discount goes to $20, and you get entered into a signed memorabilia giveaway each month. This month is a signed Ricky Williams miniature helmet. So if that's something that interests you, go and check it out. Josh, what do you have for everybody before we hit the skedaddle?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter at JoeLynn_4. Follow the YouTube channel, Generational Sports. You know, Kanye said a long time ago that he'd help me out with clips, but that day is yet to come. So we're going to try to get
coming from the guy who posted clips on there. What does he need me for?
You know, I think we talked about that. My computer is from the dinosaur age, so exporting a video takes about 3.5 business days.
Listen, if you send me the clip, I'll upload it.
What, you can't download it? That's what takes forever is editing the clip and exporting it to be able to go on.
Guy.
You just said you weren't.
Well, I lied.
All right. Well, follow me on Twitter at Jolin_4. Follow the YouTube channel. One day it'll have lots of clips on there, I promise. And then tune in next Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
As for me, you know what it is by now. This show, 7 Eastern, as Josh said, tomorrow, 9 Eastern, The Hard Count with me and CJ. We're going to have some special guests on there this week. Thursday is Backstop Banter with me and Michael covering everything in the baseball world. Anthony Conover _, is the Twitter. Gen Z Sports for the pod as well. Anthony _Conover on my Twitch as well. And then, of course, it would just be wrong if I didn't shout this out. Jolin _4_toes. But until the next episode, we will see you guys later.